Joe Biden administration may sanction Nigerian officials for human rights abuses. Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Tessie. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all depending on where you are watching from. This is an exclusive interview with the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Professor Bolaji, where he said the Joe Biden administration may sanction Nigerian officials for human rights abuses. And this is a very long one, so I will beg you guys to please stay with us as we bring you the news in details. And please do us a favor by clicking on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe. Also on the notification button. In that way, anytime we upload a new video, they will notify you. And I pray that the same way you all are supporting me here in this channel, God will definitely send people that will support you in whatever you are doing in life. In Jesus' name, amen. Former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Professor Bolaji talks to Alexander Okere about the intrigues in the ongoing U.S. presidential election, how the outcome will affect Nigeria, and why South Korea's re-elections with the U.S. as an ally could influence the emergence of a new Director General of the World Trade Organization. The U.S. presidential election has not been officially concluded, though the Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden emerged as president-elect after surpassing the 270 electoral college votes needed to win. What is your assessment of the exercise so far? They ask. There cannot be any quick assessment of this American election, he said. I think that what has happened is so overwhelming. I am sure that scholars all over and diplomats as well are scratching their hands as to where this is coming from and the consequences of it. I think that Americans themselves by now must have started to ask when the rain started falling on their heads. I have been following American elections since 1959 and I don't think I have ever saw something like this. But when you have in office someone who doesn't believe in any values except himself, a man who believes that the end justifies the means, and a man who is prepared to exploit everything to crack the system, and he is in charge of a system, you have asked for a disaster. That is what the Americans are getting now. When asked, are you referring to the President Donald Trump administration? He said, on the surface, we will say that the Trump administration is responsible for this, but on a deeper level, I think it is the system itself. It is a system that was designed in the 1796. And this is the most important thing that people say don't pay attention to, by a bunch of people who owned slaves, had no respect for human rights and humans, did not believe in equality of women, did not believe that women should have rights, did not believe that Native Americans had rights, and did not even believe that white people who did not own property had rights. This is the system they designed and put in place, and this is the system they have been using since then. The system worked because there were decent people who were prepared to manage the system because they had overriding decent values. But when you have the most powerful man in America and in the world who shares the values of the 1776 founders of the United States, this is precisely what you would end up with. Let me expand a little bit on this. Do you know that votes are still being counted in some states since November 3rd, 2020, and even in other states where they have finished counting votes? The system says if there are objections and the victory is within a narrow range, you can have a recount, like in Georgia, where they are starting to count all over again. If this were to be another part of the world, even the Americans themselves would be talking about anarchic and anachronistic system. But this is what the US is doing. You are allowing countries and states to have different rules about the electoral process, and that allows you to play games with those ones. When asked Many saw the controversies that have trailed the US presidential election and claims of electoral fraud by the incumbent president as incidents that have hugely affected the reputation of the country as a bastion of democracy and role model to others. Do you also see it that way? He said, "It has, of course, and you don't need to take my word for it. Take the word of the president-elect Joe Biden." When he was asked this same question, he was being tactful and diplomatic. He said it was embarrassing. Americans don't like criticizing their country or looking for fault in the system. So Joe Biden, was being tactful when he said it was embarrassing. It is more than that. It dented America's reputation in the world. America is no longer regarded as a shining light on the hill, as ex-US President Ronald Reagan put it. In a way, a lot of people knew there was an ugly side of the American reality that had been hidden. That is one of the characteristics of America. Like I said, they don't like to criticize their country, so they buried this ugly side of them. And the CNN and NBC and Hollywood always show the bright side of the United States, and that is not the total picture. The fact that about 72 million Americans voted for Trump showed this ugly side of the US. John Pepper Clark, our late iconic literary man, saw through it as far back as the 1960s when he wrote the book America, Dear America. He drew attention to the fact that the American image, which was being painted all over around the world, was a mirage. When asked, are there lessons that Nigeria and Nigerians can learn from the outcome of the US presidential election, he said, let us wait until next January and see whether the system will work. What people don't realize, which Trump realized, is that by not conceding, he could force the declaration of who won and who didn't win to the House of Representatives, where under the American Constitution, it is not one vote, one elected representative. There are 50 states in the US, so 50 votes will now determine who will be the president of the US. It will be like the election never took place. It will be like Biden never had 77 million votes. Right now, out of 50 states, Republicans control 33 states. So Trump will get 33 votes and Biden will get 17 votes. The Supreme Court could say it doesn't want to get involved because the Constitution is clear and could tell the parties involved to go to the House of Representatives. That is in American Constitution, and that is the Constitution that is often shown around the world as the epitome of democracy. A Constitution that will allow 33 votes instead of over 77 million votes. That is what will happen. When asked, there have been several allegations of human rights abuses against the Nigerian government in the last 4 years, with many not satisfied with the response of the Trump administration. Do you think the US government under a Democrat will push Nigerian leaders to be more accountable? He said yes, it would. The Democratic Party has always had as its flagship of its foreign policy support for democracy and human rights. There is nothing wrong with the principle, but the application of the principle is what often got America involved in shading foreign policy escapades. Don't forget that former President Barack Obama never visited Nigeria. Obama never sold weapons to Nigeria to fight Boko Haram. It was under Obama that they got into the foreign policy escapade that led finally to the overthrow and assassination of the late Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. It was under Obama that they wanted to encourage the overthrow of the president of Syria, which eventually led to the war in Syria, and the mess is still there till today. All under the support for human rights and democracy. So one needs to be careful. Whatever you may say about Donald Trump, he never got America involved in any new wars in the world. When asked, do you also see the Biden administration imposing sanctions on Nigeria or certain political leaders for rights violations, especially with reference to the alleged clampdown on NSAS protesters and supporters, which the president-elect has condemned. He said, yes, I can see accounts of prominent members of the Nigerian administration being frozen, whether they are in the US or Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I can see the Biden administration refusing to sell weapons to Nigeria. Don't forget that we paid for, I think, about 20 Air Force planes. I can see the Biden administration refusing to deliver them at the end of the day. It is the people who suffer. Okay, lovelies, and this is it for you all. I'm stopping here for this news. This news is a very long news. We've not even read half, and we are already 10 minutes. Thank God we managed to reach the place where he said the US will sanction, the Joe Biden administration may sanction Nigeria officials. Now, for human rights abuses. Now you can see this man, he's just trying to play politics with his speech because everything. Now, let me quickly talk about the Obama's administration he talked about. Obama was among the people who brought President Muhammadu Buhari. He campaigned for President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015. And today, this is where we are. I think these people should please mind their business in Nigeria. Ever since this American election, I've not posted any video about it because we have a lot of problem in Nigeria to talk about. I don't know why Nigerians are dying for this American election. The kind of noise some Nigerians are making during this US election, they did not make that kind of noise when that NSAS protest was going on. We have a lot of things to talk and discuss in Nigeria, and you are there trying to mind other people's business for them. These are the people that will not talk when something is going wrong in their own country, but they want to poke nose where they did not invite them. I don't know what you guys think. This is just my own little opinion. And please, if you want to read the full news, you can come to Punch newspaper, and this is it for you all. Please let me know what you think about this particular news on the comment section. And with that, I'll say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every one of you that watched to this point of this video. Your love, your support, and effort upon this channel is not taken for granted. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Bye.